Have you ever had plans to make something and you have your whole schedule set out for X amount of time, and then somebody will post something and you're like, well, throw everything away. This is what I'm doing now. That's what happened to me. Bernadette Banner posted a new pattern for this freaking adorable cape that, well, I have to have. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna make a cape. Okay, that's stupid. And if you're looking at me and you're like, Annie, I just watched your last video and you were like wearing the same clothes. Well, Sarah, you can wear the same outfit more than once, but also it is the same clothes because I'm filming 2 projects at the same time. The cape, while not being, well, doesn't look too complicated, but I did want to add the soutache. Is that how you say that? Editing Annie, is that how you say that? Soutache? The little designs. Anyways, I wanted to add a lot of that. I'm thinking the back, Bernadette Banner has it, but then maybe like on the sides that go down. We'll figure that out later. I say that often, don't I? While Bernadette Banner's looked amazing in black, I decided to go with this green herringbone. And I thought when I was at the fabric store, I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. I love it. It's gonna look really good as a cape. And you know what I have that would make the perfect lining? That fabric I used for this thing, this lady. I went home and these do not look good together at all. These are bad together. So I've ordered some black taffeta, some polyester taffeta from Mood Fabrics. But while we wait for that to come in, I need to print out and put together the pattern, cut out the main fabric, and figure out how I'm gonna do the soutache. Should really look that up. Let's look it up.
Soutache.
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 Soutache. We got it. Soutache. What was I saying? Soutache. Okay, let's go do something. Literally anything instead of standing here. Soutache. Okay, let's get started. I had intended on working on this project at the same time as the previous video, but then things happened and I didn't. So I recorded the intro to this like 2 weeks ago. I don't remember everything I said, but I do know we got our black taffeta in the mail, which is lovely. It's gonna go with our fabric quite nicely. I also have the soutache here, roll of soutache. I like this black because it doesn't have a whole lot of shine to it. It's quite nice. Materials aside, fairly simple. It's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, including the pocket bag, which I'm gonna put over here for right now. The actual construction of this, I'm slightly confused about. I've watched the video a couple times, so I think I can do it. This is gonna be a figure it out as we go along type of thing. So we have the back yoke, then we have our front piece. We got the front piece that has the dart here. So I think this piece that's sticking up wraps around the back and is the collar. Okay, yeah, so I think, because this has the dotted line here, so I think this folds back and this connects to the neck in the back. And then we have this enormous sleeve, which is cut on the fold. So it's the drama. And then we have a back piece. It's also cut on the fold. And it gets 2 box pleats here, and then back sleeve pleat here. Okay. In the video, she said that she either flatlined the sleeve or thought about flatlining the sleeve. I think she did. I don't know if I'm going to. For the soutache, I'm gonna have the soutache coming from the back yoke, somewhere over here, and have a design here, and then have it come around this way onto the sleeve and go around the bottom of the sleeve, down the bottom of the back piece, and then wrap around to the other side of the sleeve. So it's gonna be quite a large soutache design. I think I might keep it somewhat simple since it's my first time doing soutache. While Bernadette is an absolute saint and just phenomenal at what she does, we are not Bernadette. So I'm not gonna add canvas. I'm not gonna do the amazing like stitching on the collar that she does that makes it fold back ever so nicely. I'm just gonna use my ironing skills to iron it back. And if I add anything in this area that's supposed to have the canvas, it's just gonna be some interfacing, but I don't even know if I'm gonna add that. Okay, but first things first, let's get this cut out. Okay, now that I have this all cut out, I've been thinking about the construction of this and how I'm gonna put it together with the lining. So the sleeve attaches to the back completely, but the front part of the sleeve is left open from the shoulder down to give it that drama, capiness. But at what point do I put on the soutache? For the front, I think I'm going to sew the lining to the fashion fabric, right sides together, understitch it, then flip it and iron it down so that this part is flat, and then leave it open on the side. And in the places, so it's sewn from here to here, here to here to the sleeve, and then this is left open right here from here to here, and this is where the armhole is. So in this spot I will fold back the taffeta and then whip stitch it to the fashion fabric so that it's down right there, and then here is a pocket. This is confusing. I will also leave the bottom open so that if I do want to add the soutache, I can still get in there. Okay, I have to start sewing, so decisions need to be made now. Let us procrastinate making decisions by sewing the dart, the front and the lining, and sewing in the pockets for the front and the back, adding the pleats in the back. And then I think we'll have to make decisions then, but that is for future Annie to deal with and not me. I got the back panel all nice and pretty. Got its box pleats. They look so good, but I'm gonna have to undo them, iron it flat, and do it again because I forgot about the lining. So I'm gonna iron it out and sew the lining to the top and the bottom of the back so that way I can fold up the box pleats and have them be together. How irritating. Let's do that. Okay, we got some beautiful box pleats that I had to redo a third time because I realized I did them backwards the first time. Well, the second time, whatever. Anyways, we got nice box pleats. They're ironed and steamed into place. And now I'm gonna add the yoke so that I can work with the back and yoke as one piece. Sew down this way, pick up the needle, and then turn it this way. Yes.
Later.
We have the back. We sewed on the yoke, and we trimmed the back where the yoke goes to cut down on some bulk, because, oh boy, she bulky.
We have our front pieces, and I have sewn the darts in those. Okay, so I think it's like this. So this part is gonna go to the back, I think. And this is the shoulder seam. And then this folds back a little bit to give it that look. Or did I have it right the first time? Hold on. Hold. No, this is the center front. And the frog clip, which by the way, is such a cute name for something. It's the frog closure. Look at my little frog closure. That's adorable. Anyways, so it goes like this, and the frog goes here. I wish it looked like a real frog. How adorable. Okay, we'll sew the front together and then seam allowance. So starting here, will be sewn from here, and then your arm comes out here, and that's open all the way down to here, and then this is sewn into the side again. So we have armhole, pocket. Oh, pocket. I forgot about the pocket. I know I cut it out. Do I sew the pocket to the lining and make those one piece? That would probably be okay. Okay, I believe I have figured this out. So here's the front piece, attaches to the shoulder here, and then this piece that comes out attaches to itself in the back, and that is the collar. By George, we've done it. Okay, so now that we know how it goes together, how do we want to proceed? I'm still going to sew the lining to the front, right sides together, understitch it, and flip it. So let's do that. We have done the darts. We have done the lining, and look how nice that looks. I am glad she put these darts in here because they look really nice. I decided what I'm gonna do with this collar is open up the two sides, put them together, stitch this, press it open, and then it'll be one big piece, and then I can sew the front to the back. And then we'll get to the sleeves. So let's skip ahead. Look how almost perfect. And I totally did not plan that out. It just happened. How exciting. Okay. Cute. It's coming out really cute. I was procrastinating on it so hard this week because, for one, I didn't quite know how I was gonna put it together, and two, like the rest of the internet, I got Baldur's Gate 3 and I've been playing that really hard. So how I did this. Okay, so I sewed the back to the front at the shoulder seams first, clipped that in, and then sewed the back of the neck together, and then pressed all that down. And then we'll take the lining for the yoke, fold everything so that all the raw edges are on the inside, and then we're gonna hand stitch that down at the very, very end because we got some soutache to put on. Okay, sleeves. Have I flatlined the sleeves? No. No, I haven't. Was I going to? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Here's what we know. We know the front and the back are sewn together. Pocket! I still need the pockets.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Great, pockets, okay. Okay, let's just pin pockets where they belong. We didn't add the registration marks? Cool. All right, let's just line it up. Okay, we're back with two sleeves, and oh boy, look at these guys. Just a monster of a sleeve. I love it. I want to do the sleeve like I did the front, but part of the sleeve is sewn into the front. So what we'll do is put these bad boys together. Oh, we got the pleats. No, it's okay. Okay. No, this is gonna work. Okay. Because the front of the sleeve is completely free to be its flowing and mystical cape self, except for at the top, here down. What we're gonna do, okay. I know what I'm gonna do, okay? It's hard to explain. We're gonna sew these things right sides together, clip it into the seam allowance here, understitch it, fold it over, iron it down, and then we'll have a nice clean edge to work from there. And that way we'll just, when we're sewing it into the front and back of the cape, we stop at that point that we clipped into. Does that make sense? I feel like it doesn't. It's okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay. Like my belt. This is what I've done to the sleeve. It's now it's understitched and this side is finished. And then that way it'll attach here and then just be open for some capedom. And then the rest gets sewn into the back all the way around the shoulder. So let's go on over and talk about some soutache and figure out what we're gonna do with that. Let's just take a second to appreciate how freaking cute this is coming out. Oh my god. Also, I know I said I was gonna stop and go do something else, but I lied. So I've taken a strip of crinoline and put 2 gathering stitches in it and then gathered it up and put it between the fashion fabric and the lining right here, which is giving me that like really nice structured sleeve right here. And I love it. This is just pinned. I haven't sewed it yet. I'm so happy with how this is coming out. Okay, seriously, now let's go talk about soutache. This childlike drawing right here is my first attempt at digital art. It is not like drawing with a pencil and pen and paper. As you can see on the front part of the design, if you look at the left side, this is the design that I have decided to go for. The right side, I was trying something out and decided it was a little too complicated for the amount of time that I have. And I also liked having the bigger design on the bottom left in the corners. And then the back, you can see the big design that I want for the yoke. I'm gonna finish up tracing on this pattern on the front, and then we'll do the soutache. So, cut to some B-roll. I love this cape. I love this cape. I love it. It is so cute. I love the swooshiness of it. I like the structured shoulder pads. I like the soutache. I love this project. I love it. To be nitpicky, I need to change where I put the frog because it's not quite right. It's a little loose. And also, there's a thing with the back where the side is like pulling the back so that it's like kind of tucked in. And I thought that it was my fault and that I did something wrong. And I think it is too small and I probably should have sized up. Maybe I made a medium and I should have made at least a large. But I went back and looked at Bernadette's Instagram and the video where that has like the reveal for this cape, and hers has that too. Not to the extent of mine, but it's still there. So I guess I didn't mess it up. It's totally fine. She's not completely finished. I had to kind of rush a couple of things because to, get it out on time. The back under the soutache needs the lining, and I still need to like finish the seams on the inside. But she got pockets. So finally remembered to put those lovely pockets in. What else? I got purple contacts. I think they're very cool, and they make me look like Angelica Houston in Witches, which I love. If you enjoyed this video, I post every other week. Feel free to subscribe. And if you were curious about this costume over here, check out this link and you can see how I made that one. Bye, guys. Well, hello there.